today is diseases. Yes, diseases. Let's take a look at the meaning of health. Health is a state of physical and mental well-being. You can be healthy or unhealthy. We have so many factors that affect our health. So many factors affect our health. For example, we have the factor of diet, exercise and sleep, and having access to medical care. On the other hand, if we don't have these things or have too much stress, we can become unhealthy. Let's take a look at the meaning of disease. Diseases are conditions that can cause ill health. Sometimes this disease might be caused by the factors we just mentioned. For example, unhealthy diet can lead to diabetes. We have other diseases like chickenpox and asthma. We can split disease into two groups. We have the communicable diseases, diseases from person to person. They are also called infectious disease. They are caused by viruses, bacteria, parasites, and fungi. Okay? Let's take a look at some examples of this disease. We have common cold, malaria, meningitis. Now we have non-communicable diseases. They are diseases not spread between persons. Examples of this disease are, we have asthma, we have coronary heart diseases, diabetes, and we also have cancer, and so many. As we all know, our immune system fights against diseases. But when there is problem in our immune system, they will not be able to fight against communicable diseases like the common cold and the influenza. Let's take a look at the link between some virus and cancer. For example, we have the HPV, which is the human papilloma virus. This virus causes cervical cancer in female. To prevent this virus, we can take the vaccine. Sometimes it is the human body that is at fault. For example, it makes our body to react to pathogen. In doing this, some tissues in our body can be damaged. Now, let's take a look at our physical and mental health, which is basically your level of psychology and emotional well-being. Some physical health challenges can affect your mental well-being. When this happens, it can cause what? It can cause depression. And it can cause chronic anxiety. Please pay attention to the following for proper understanding.
We are going to take a look at what communicable diseases are, what causes them, and how they are transmitted. Communicable diseases, or most commonly known as infectious diseases, are diseases that can be spread from one person to another and can cause a large number of people to get sick. They are caused by germs like bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, or toxins. But how are communicable diseases spread? There are two ways communicable diseases can be spread: through direct contact or indirect contact. Direct contact transmission occurs when there is physical contact between an infected person and a susceptible person. Indirect contact transmission occurs when there is no direct human-to-human contact. Infectious diseases are often spread through direct contact. The types of direct contact include the following: person-to-person contact. Infectious diseases are commonly transmitted through person-to-person contact. Transmission occurs when an infected person touches or exchanges body fluids with someone else. This can happen before an infected person is aware of the illness. Sexually transmitted diseases and HIV can be transmitted this way. Mother to unborn child. A pregnant woman may pass germs that cause infectious diseases to her unborn baby. Some germs can pass through the placenta. Germs in the vagina can be transmitted to the baby during birth. Droplet spread. The spray of droplets during coughing and sneezing can spread an infectious disease. You can even infect another person through droplets created when you speak. Since droplets fall to the ground within a few feet, this type of transmission requires close proximity. Infectious diseases can also be spread indirectly through the air and other mechanisms. For example, airborne transmission. Some infectious agents can travel long distances and remain suspended in the air for an extended period of time. You can catch some diseases simply by breathing. These are called airborne diseases. You can catch a disease like measles by entering a room after someone with measles has departed. Other diseases that spread through the air are common cold, TB, chickenpox, and mumps. Contaminated objects. Some organisms can live on objects for a short time. If you touch an object, such as a doorknob, soon after an infected person, you might be exposed to infection. Transmission occurs when you touch your mouth, nose, or eyes before thoroughly washing your hands. Germs can also be spread through contaminated blood products and medical supplies. Food and drinking water. Infectious diseases can be transmitted via contaminated food and water. E. coli is often transmitted through improperly handled produce or uncooked meat. Animal-to-person contact. Some infectious diseases can be transmitted from an animal to a person. This can happen when an infected animal bites or scratches you, or when you handle cat waste. Some zoonotic infectious agents are transmitted by insects, especially those that suck blood. These include mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks. The insects become infected when they feed on infected hosts such as birds, animals, and humans. The disease is then transmitted when the insect bites a new host. Malaria, West Nile virus, and tick bite fever are all spread this way. This was an overview of communicable diseases, what they are, what causes them, and how they are spread. To learn more on communicable